I'm going to start the recording and I'm going to be calling this meeting of the OCEO to order at 8:35 p.m. Before we begin, I'm going to start off with a territorial acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish people, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Katzie nations. Unceded means that these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we are currently situated on occupied territories. We'll now proceed into the roll call of attendance. First up is me. Hi, everyone. My name's Ben. Pronouns he, him. All my access needs are met. Ex officio isn't here today, so next up is our Vice Chair, Cognitive Science.
Thanks, Ben. Hi, everyone. My name is Aaron. Pronouns he, they. Access needs. I'll just need to leave at around 9:15.
Okay. Next up, philosophy.
Hi, my name's Ashley. My pronouns are they, she, v, and all my accessibility needs are met today.
Okay. Next up, Science Undergrad Society. Io.
Sorry, what's up?
We're just in roll call at the moment.
Oh yeah, sure. Name's Io, pronounce he, him. All my access needs are met.
Okay. FCAT isn't here today, so we'll move on to society staff. The only society staff here is Simmer, so if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself either in the chat or by voice, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Hi, everyone. My name is Simmer. I go by he and him pronouns, and all my access needs are met.
All right, thank you, Simmer. Now on to consent agenda. So motion reads, be it resolved to adopt the consent agenda by unanimous consent. Only thing in the consent agenda is receiving and filing the October 6th meeting minutes. I'll seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent or abstain, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I'll record your vote. Seeing none, consent agenda is carried unanimously. We'll now move on to the adoption of the agenda. So the motion reads, be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. I will move this motion. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Sus will second. Opening the floor for discussion. If you want to make amendments to the agenda, now would be the time. I'm going to list myself. I'm going to move 2 amendments to the agenda, the first of which is going to be creating a new section 6 titled Ratification of Regrets, containing a motion 6.1 that reads, be it resolved to ratify regrets from FCAT Counselor Rasko Koprivica and Communications Counselor Alan Rupke for the October 20th OCEO meeting. Both of them sent in regrets earlier. The second one is I'm going to add an in-camera discussion item titled Review of Semester Reports. Can I get a mover? Or, sorry, I'll move. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Sus will second. Is there any discussion on these amendments? Seeing none, I'll proceed to a vote. If you wish to abstain or dissent on the amendments, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I'll record your vote. Seeing none, the amendments to the agenda are carried unanimously. Now proceed back to the main motion. Is there any further discussion, amendments people want to make to this agenda? Anything? No? Okay. So I will proceed to a vote on the main motion, the adoption of the agenda. The motion reads, be resolved to adopt the agenda as amended. So I'll seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent or abstain, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I will record your vote. Seeing none, the adoption of the agenda is carried as amended. We'll now proceed on to the new section 6 titled Ratification of Regrets. The one motion in there is just, it reads, be it resolved to ratify regrets from FCAT Counselor Rasko Koprivica and Communications Counselor Alan Rupke for the October 20th OCEO meeting. So I will move this motion. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All right. Io Sus will second. Any discussion on this motion? Seeing none, I will proceed to a vote. I will seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain or dissent, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I'll record your vote. Seeing none, the motion is carried unanimously. We will now proceed on to what is section 11 of our agenda today, which is review of the October 1st to 15th work reports. So yeah, just as normal, bring up things you think may need correction, changes on this work report, or just any general notes you want to make. I'm gonna list myself and just say briefly that it seems we've gotten, relatively speaking, progress made on this work report. Off the top of my head, and I'm just gonna pull up the report to make sure I'm not saying the completely wrong thing here. Hold on. Yeah, the president has made some progress. VP Internals report is complete. VP Finance report looks complete to me. VP Universities report looks complete. VP Externals report looks pretty much complete. A few things still need to be added, it looks like, under projects and committee chair work. VP Events is empty. VP Equity to me looks complete. Any other discussion on this? Anybody? Okay. All right. Well, next discussion item is semester reports. Just wanted to talk briefly about them here. Just to say openly, we have received semester reports from the president, the VP internal, the VP external, the VP events, and given the VP equity's unique situation, they're not going to be writing one. So the only ones that, to my understanding, we're concretely missing are from the VP University and the VP Finance.
When are they due again, just for clarity?
For clarity, based on my interpretation of R4, they were due on October 1st.
Oh,
Though it is unclear to me what extensions have been provided on said reports. On to, I guess, is there any more discussion? No, okay. On to section 12 of our agenda, which is in camera. 2 in camera topics today, updates from past in camera discussions and where we go from here. And review of semester reports are both in camera. So motion reads be it resolved to go in camera for the remainder of the meeting. I will move. Is there a second?
Cogs.
Cognitive science will second. Any discussion? No. I'll seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent or abstain on the motion to go in camera, please use the Zoom raise hand feature. Okay, seeing none, the motion to go in camera is carried, and I will pause the recording and create a breakout room. Okay, so we're back, everybody. We're on the motion to go ex camera. The motion reads, be it resolved to go ex camera. I will move. Is there a second?
Cogs.
Cognitive science will second. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, I will seek unanimous I'll go to vote. I'll seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent, please use dissent or abstain, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I'll record your vote. Seeing no dissent, the motion to go ex camera is carried. We're now ex camera. I am going to immediately list myself and I'm going to move to suspend the rules to introduce following motion. Let's title this. And so we are going to attachment. Simmer, this is a confidential attachment, just for context, but I'm going to move to suspend the rules to introduce this motion, which is titled Authorization to Send Letter from OCEO. It contains a confidential attachment, confidential OCEO letter in response to October 19th, 2022 confidential communications. Motion reads, whereas the OCEO has further questions about a communication that was reviewed in camera, whereas the OCEO has drafted a letter attached as confidential OCEO letter in response to October 19th, 2022 confidential communications, be it resolved that the OCEO authorizes the OCEO chair to send the attached letter to the party which sent the communication that the OCEO reviewed in camera. So this is on adding this to the agenda, just to go immediately on the agenda. I am moving the motion to suspend the rules. Is there a second?
Cox.
Cognitive science will second. Motion to suspend the rules, non-debatable, non-amendable. So I will move to a vote. I will seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent, please use the Zoom raise hand feature. Seeing none, the motion to suspend the rules is carried. We're now on the motion. So the motion reads, whereas the OCEO has further questions about a communication that was reviewed in camera, whereas the OCEO has drafted a letter attached as confidential OCEO letter in response to October 19th, 2022 confidential communications. Be it resolved that the OCEO authorizes the OCEO chair to send the attached letter to the party which sent the communication that the OCEO reviewed in camera. So I will move this motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Io will second. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, I will proceed straight to a vote. I will seek unanimous consent on this motion. If you wish to dissent or abstain, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I will record your vote. Seeing none, this motion is carried. We are now on to the last item in our agenda, which is adjournment. So motion reads, be it resolved to adjourn the meeting at 9:13 p.m. I will move. Is there a second?
Cox.
I will give it to philosophy. So I will seek unanimous consent. Or let me rephrase. Is there any discussion? No. I will seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent or abstain on the motion to adjourn, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I will record your vote. Just in a bit of a hurry, as I know we're going to lose quorum. Seeing none, motion is carried. We are now adjourned. Thank you, everyone.